story is getting longer, so we need more room on our purple to tell it. In the beginning, the baby was born. God chose Mary to be the mother of God. When the baby looked up into the face of the Mother Mary, he already saw the cross. And when he looked up into the face of the Father Joseph, the cross was there too. Mary and Joseph held the baby close. They kept the baby warm, and they gave the baby everything the baby needed to grow, and it began to grow. The baby grew and became a boy. When Jesus was about 12 years old, he went to the great city of Jerusalem with the Mother Mary and the Father Joseph to celebrate one of the high holy days. When the festival was over, they started on the road back to Nazareth. Suddenly, Mary and Joseph noticed that Jesus wasn't with them. They went back to Jerusalem to look for him. They looked everywhere, and they finally found him in the temple. He was listening to the rabbis, and he was teaching them. And he said something very interesting to his parents. He said, "Didn't you know I would be in my Father's house?" Mary and Joseph did not understand, for their house was back in Nazareth, but they did not forget. The boy grew and became a man. When Jesus was 30 years old, he went down to the river Jordan and met his cousin, John the Baptist, who you can see the back of his head over here. He was a wild man. And Jesus asked him to baptize him. When he went down into the chaos and dark of the water, he was then lifted back up into the light by John the Baptist. Some people who were there said that they saw a dove come down from heaven and come close to Jesus. Others said they heard a voice that said, "This is my son, with whom I am well pleased." And after he was baptized, Jesus went into the desert. Jesus went to the desert to find out more about what his work was going to be. He was there for 40 days and 40 nights. There was nothing to eat and nothing to drink. Suddenly, a voice came to him, and it said, "Why don't you turn those stones over there into bread so you can have something to eat?" But Jesus said, "No. To be a real human being, you need more than bread to eat." And then the voice said, and then suddenly it was as if Jesus was on top of the great temple back in Jerusalem. And the voice came back and said, "If you're really the Son of God, why don't you jump and see if God sends the angels to catch you before you fall down on those stones below?" Jesus said, "No, we don't need to test God." Then it was as if Jesus could see all the kingdoms of the world. The voice came back again and said, "If you will follow me, I will make you king over all those kingdoms." And again, Jesus said, "No, I am going to be a king, but not that kind of king." And then the voice went away. Jesus went back across the Jordan and began to do his work. But what was his work?